and welcome to GTO Poker Charts. Really excited today to be bringing you our three-handed spin and go game theory optimal poker charts. I know this one is the ones everyone's been asking for, everyone's been waiting for. So here they are. The good news is, if you're already a member, they're absolutely free. If you're not a member, there's still good news. Same $9.95 a month. Cheap price. They won't last forever. Going to change. New Year's Day, I'm going to change the prices up. So get in now, and you still only pay $9.95 a month, or you can pay 6 monthly or yearly, and it's even cheaper. I'll go into that at the end. Anyway, here we are, three-handed spin and go poker charts. As you can see, it's very exciting color scheme that I've dreamed up, and I'm excited. Hope you are. First up, we see our key up here, which is basically color code of the actions that you will take: open, limp, call, fold, check, shove all in, raise 2 to 3 big blinds, raise 4 to 6 big blinds, and 4-bet all in. All very self-explanatory. Then we also have the random number generator that you come to know and love from our other charts. Pretty easy. Click on that and generates a random number between 1 and 100. And I'll show you where that comes into play as I explain the charts, and I'll give an example and how you would use that random number generator. So let's say you're in a spin and go game, and at the beginning of the game it's 25 big blinds deep normally. So pretty much come along here, click on your 21 to 25 big blinds. As you can see, there's other levels: 16 to 20, 11 to 15, 9 to 10. 7 to 8, 5 to 6, and 1 to 4. So let's look at this 21 to 25 first up. And again, you're in a game. You're at 25 big blinds. Easy. Just click on that. And depending on what position you're in, you click on the appropriate position button. Or position, button. Let's call it button. The button. And so you're on the button. You're either in the small blind or the big blind. Okay. So let's just go through some of these. You're on the button. You have an opening range that's suggested by the GTO solvers, and that's it there. Opening for 2 big blinds is the suggested raise size. Let's say you raise up. Let's pick a random hand, and we're going to go for Queen 4 suited. Queen 4 suited. We open it up for 2 big blinds. Let's say the small blind 3 bets. All we do is we check it out. It's pink and it's a fold. Makes sense, straight up fold. If the small blind was to shove all in, it's a fold. The big blind 3 bets, it's a fold. And big blind shoves all in, it's a fold. Makes sense. That's pretty much at the bottom of our range, the Queen 4 suited. Let's pick something a little stronger. Let's go for Ace King suited. Again, hypothetically, you're playing a game. Always please abide by the terms and conditions of the poker site you're playing on, whether you can use charts in real time or not. If you can't, please don't, and this can be used for post-game analysis. So we're on the button. Let's say this time we raise up Ace King suited for 2 big blinds, and the big blind decides to 3-bet. Well, as we can see here, the GTO optimum solution is 50-50, blue, call, 50% of the time call, and 50% of the time 4-bet all in. Now the reason it's doing that, the reason it's calling 50% is to keep a balanced range. So as you, you keep some strong hands in your calling range. You can also see that aces, you should be calling them too. It's not just as simple as you got aces, you get 3-bet, let's ship it in. Much better to keep a balanced strategy, shove Ace King off and Ace Queen off all in, and then keep some really strong hands like aces in your flatting range. Okay, let's move along to the small blind, sticking with the 21 to 25 big blinds, stack sizes. Notice here we have a limping strategy. Actually, before I go into that, note the first action that could possibly happen is the button raising. This might be a little confusing as it's the second chart that's here. Let's go through a scenario here. Ace Jack opens from the button raises, you have Ace Jack off, pretty much shove all in. All the red is shove all in, purple is raise 4 to 6 big blinds. So for instance, aces, rather than just shoving all in, if they limp, you should raise it up, obviously, to get max value. Then we go back to our suggested open 3 big blinds. We have a limping and a shoving strategy, a very, very small shoving range of 2s, X amount of the time. This looks like about 50%. So in this instance, you use the random number generator. If you're on the small blind folds to you, you ship it in with pocket 2s 50% of the time. Let's do the RNG. It's above 50, so in this instance, I would just limp it rather than ship it in. Interesting strategy, but that's what the solvers are telling me to do, so I'm not going to argue with them. Similar, obviously, again, if the button shoves, this is what you should be calling with. Folding everything else. Big blind 3 bets, suggested to shove all in with certain range, certain percentage of the time, call with the rest. Big blind shoves, call with this. Something here to note is if the big blind raises your limp, the action for aces is there is nothing there. This is because if we go back here, you don't have a limping. You would never limp with aces, okay? So you would open aces. That's why you don't see it here. And then the big blind, of course, again, just all similar color coding and strategies, all game theory optimal. What you should do if the button raises, what you should do if the button shoves all in, so on and so forth. And then we go down in raise sizes as the stacks get smaller. You can imagine that your shoving ranges become wider. For instance, on the button, suggested to shove all in with this range, 5 to 6 big blinds. The range gets wider, and 1 to 4 and below, wider again. Okay, I think that gives you a general overall idea of what these charts are all about. I think they're fantastic. Hopefully you do too. And let's go to have a look at the pricing. Finally, find on the front of the page is one of the places. Okay, you can get free charts. I haven't added the spin and goes to free. Not sure if I'm going to. I might see what happens. Nevertheless, as I said before, if you're already a member, you're going to get these for free. Well, included in your monthly price or your 6 monthly or whatever you've paid for. These prices are going to go up probably in the new year because the more charts I produce, the more value, obviously, it's added. We plan on adding a whole bunch more charts. Not sure exactly whether we're going to go for heads up, deep stacked or whatever. But if you have some suggestions, if you want something specifically, just drop us a line here in the contact us, telling us what you want. The more people want a certain chart, obviously it's worth my while to build those charts. So for the $9.95 a month, you'll get the 6-month GTO charts, spin and go GTO charts, and the Nash heads up 20 big blind charts. Okay, that's it from me, and hope you enjoyed this. I think these charts are the best ones I've ever built. They pretty much cover most spots you get yourself into in a 3-handed spin and go game, what you should do pre-flop, and basically the question now is not whether you can afford them, it's whether you can afford not to have them. And for $9.95 a month, I think it's dirt cheap. So speak to you soon. Hope you enjoyed the video.